Hey Pisces, welcome to your weekly reading for January 7th through the 13th. For those of you who don't know, this will be a general reading for the week ahead, all areas of your life. I will pull one card for love. If you want a more detailed love reading, I will have a link in the description of this video for the January Pisces love reading that I already did for the month of January, just all about love for Pisces. So you can check that out after this video if you haven't already. But we're going to see what is coming up, my friends. We're going to look into Pisces for January 7th through the 13th. Here's your Monday, Tuesday. Your Wednesday, Thursday. Oops. Well, I guess there's your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 2 cards fell out. Don't tell the other signs. You guys get a little extra. But my whole rule is if it jumps out, it's meant for you. Let's see what's going on with love for Pisces. Alright, and there's your love card, my dears. Let's see what's happening. I'm going to adjust this light so we can get rid of some of this glare. We don't want the glare. Wow, I'm making it worse. Oh, gosh. Goodness gracious. Okay, let's get into Monday, Tuesday. We've got 5 of Wands, Pisces. So you might be having a hard time getting focused. 5 of Wands is a card about competition. So in some ways, for some of you, it could be where you're comparing yourself to other people and you're feeling a little bit insecure. But a lot of the times, 5 of Wands could be where you're trying to do too many things at once. Or what you want to do is conflicting with what somebody else in your life is wanting you to do or needing you to do right now. It could be where maybe you're wanting to go in one direction, your partner's wanting to go in another direction, and it could be some disagreement in that way. Or maybe family members. Maybe your family's telling you you should do this, and you're like, no, but I'm feeling called to do that. So sometimes with 5 of Wands, there can be conflict. It can be where there's some kind of conflict where people aren't agreeing with your decisions or they're not agreeing with like what your goals are for yourself right now. And Pisces, I'm going to give you a piece of very helpful advice. I can tell you honestly what's really going to help is that if you basically tell this person or tell these people, you know, thank you so much for loving me and caring about me enough for wanting to help me. Like, I know that you're stepping up and you're telling me this because you care and you don't want to see, you know, me make mistakes, or you want me to be happy. And I totally think you're a smart person. I know you know what you're talking about. I know, you know what you're saying, but I can't explain why I feel very guided to do this thing. I feel very guided to go in this direction. So please don't be offended. I'm not trying to say that I don't think you know what you're talking about. I will keep that in mind. If it doesn't work out, I'll remember that you told me. But I really feel like I need to go in this direction. I need to do this thing. So for some of you, that's exactly what's happening, is you're having to take a stand in the direction that you're choosing for yourself in your life, whereas maybe friends or family are like, no, don't do it, don't do it. And don't feel bad, Pisces. It's not like they think that you aren't good enough or that you can't accomplish things. Their beliefs are very limited, and they think that, you know, the world is very hard. And in some ways it can be, but they just think in general that good things don't happen. So they're trying to protect you. It's not because they don't think you can pull it off. They just think that life is not that easy in their mind. Like maybe they're complicating things more than they're actually complicated. So yeah, and don't compare yourself to anybody if that's what's happening. If you feel like you have to compete with other people, don't trust yourself, believe in yourself. You're not here to like race against other people. Ooh, Strength card. So this is Major Arcana, my friends. Pisces, this is letting us know that something is happening midweek where you're making a really big life choice or life decision, or the universe is stepping up and redirecting you in some way. I feel like you're making a decision in the early part of the week to midweek where you're like, okay, you know what? I'm going to make this career change, or I'm going to start dating this person or break up with this person. For some of you, whatever it might be, you're making a big decision. when the Strength card comes up, it's basically saying you have got to stick to this decision, because what's happening is when the Strength card comes up, we're going into uncharted territory. We're doing something maybe we haven't done before, and that makes us feel very vulnerable. We're going out into the wilderness, and that makes us feel very vulnerable. But that's exactly what the Strength card is about. It's how we find strength and power through that vulnerability. Okay, we find strength and power through that vulnerability. We're able to become strong through being vulnerable, right? And doing things to ensure our safety, and being a loving person. And you know, it's a very noble strength, okay? This card in general, it's like, I guess he's like hunting this boar. I don't know if he's hunting this boar, if this boar is helping him. I'm not sure what the art is supposed to be here, but typically, I should probably read the book. But typically with the Strength card, we usually see a lady with a lion. And the whole idea there is that she won over this lion, right? Like, this lion learned to trust her because she was loving and gentle and took care of it, right? And that's just kind of like what this message is for you, is that even though this new direction you're going in feels scary, it's also going to be very empowering. But for me personally as a reader, strength is also about making a decision and not giving up, like staying committed. So the universe is asking you to continue believing in yourself. Don't abandon this this new direction, okay? You know, and believe in yourself. Your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we've got 9 of Wands and 7 of Pentacles, my friends. So 9 of Wands could be where you're feeling a little bit under siege. Maybe as you're moving forward, there's still people who don't agree with your decision. They don't like what you're doing. They have an issue with it. Or maybe you're feeling a little bit, how can I say, insecure about the decision that you're making, because you're like, man, what if I mess up? What if this isn't the right thing? Like, what if something is going to go wrong? So you might be in this energy where you're waiting for something to go wrong. Now, this is a funny picture, you know, because he's all like bandaged up and his head's all wrapped up, and he like looks like he got his, you know, his butt handed to him. Like, he looks like he's been through some stuff, and he's taken a beating here. But the thing about 9 of Wands is that that's exactly what it is. It's like, whatever's going to happen to you, it's already happened. You've already been through it. You've already been through the ringer, Pisces. And the thing about 9 of Wands is, like, you know what to expect. You know what to look out for, because you've already been there before. You know what the red flags are. You know what the issues are. You know what the challenges are, because you've already been through those cycles in your life. So as long as you're staying alert, you're going to be okay. You have to trust in yourself and trust in your experiences, that, you know, to learn from the past as you're moving forward, and you're going to be okay. You're going to be more than successful, because after 9 of Wands is 10 of Wands, and 10 of Wands is completion. Like, you've done it, you're done, you succeeded, you've accomplished it, okay? So, you know, learn from the past, you know, and listen to your judgment, and you'll be okay. 7 of Pentacles is like, you know, you're putting in the work. So I feel whatever you're starting to do as you're moving forward, you know, it might feel like, man, I'm really starting to focus. I'm starting this project, or I'm, you know, applying to these jobs, or I'm starting this business, whatever it might be. And you feel like you're putting a lot of work into it. And it will produce fruit. It will turn into this tree. But again, it's not going to be a really, really quick return. So especially if you're doing something at the end of the week, Pisces, as you're taking these goals on where you're having to put money in, like say you're doing something where you're having to like invest money into it or put money into it, be cautious how much you're putting in, because even though you're going to get it back, you're going to make that money back and plus more, it's not going to be an instant return. You know, sometimes in, you know, financial matters, we have things that are like instant investments or instant returns. This is not going to be overnight. You will make the money back. You will be successful. You will get rooted, but it won't be overnight. So don't put so much money into it to where it's going to really hurt you later. Where you're like, man, I really need that money and I wish I hadn't done that. So just be, you know, be conservative. Be, you know, conservative, and don't put in more than what is necessary. Don't go too overboard. Okay, guys? So that's what's coming in for you there. Your love card for the week, Pisces. is Page of Swords. To me, this is about speaking your truth. Maybe some of you have something you haven't been wanting to tell your partner because you're like, I don't want it to be a big deal, or I don't want to seem like I'm being dramatic, or I don't want to seem like I'm being sensitive. But I can tell you, if you don't speak up, you're going to end up in that Five of Swords, which is like a really big explosion that didn't have to happen. So Page of Swords to me is about communicating your truth, speaking your truth. Some of you might be needing to be more open as you're getting to know other people. Those of you who've been single for a very long time, and maybe like you went to holiday parties and stuff, and you're like, man, I looked cute and I thought I was gonna meet somebody and nothing happened, and I saw all these readings and they're like, Pisces, you're gonna meet somebody, and it didn't happen. Well, one of your blocks that maybe you need to overcome in love is maybe you're not doing enough talking. Like maybe people aren't getting enough of an idea about who you are. Especially Pisces, if you're one of those people where you're feeling frustrated because you're single and you've been looking for people, and you feel like you keep getting these people coming on to you that all they just want is sex, but they're not interested in getting to know you. It could be maybe because like the people who are wanting substance, they feel like they can't get to know you because maybe you're not talking enough. You're not being communicative enough. You're not opening your mouth enough. Or, you know, maybe for a lot of you, your partner is going to feel more attracted to you and like feel like you're sexier if you're just standing up and speaking your truth. Like, oh, like they're going to admire that. They're going to respect that. So communication is going to be key for you in love this week, Pisces. You're going to have to speak up. You're going to have to say what's on your heart and what's on your mind. Check out the love reading for Pisces as well. The link for that is going to be in the description for the whole month of January. You'll have the whole month of January reading. Check out your moon sign and rising sign videos too. That will add extra information. If you need a private reading, just let me know, my friends. And thank you so much for liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing. There's going to be a lot more videos coming in the next few weeks, and I don't want you to miss them. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of them. Thanks, Pisces, for watching. Till next week, my friends.